It's a show. It's a podcast show. Welcome to the Julie Cross Podcast Show. Empowering, energising and entertaining. Hey, friends. Oh, I've just got to have a little bit of a... what do you call it? A soapbox, a little bit of a moment, a little bit of a blurt. And I've already had it on Facebook. Now it's your turn on the podcast show. And I purposely left it until the show's over, that it's no longer on TV. But MAFS, Married at First Sight, what the hell is going on, people? And, you know, the reason I left it to do it now, not while it was on, because maybe I missed it, but I didn't want you all going watching it if you're not watching it yet as a result of the fact that I'm talking about it, because I didn't want to actually give it that kind of exposure that would encourage people to go and watch it. So I'd say don't watch it, but I went to watch it because MAFS was everywhere. Everything you turned on, it was about Married at First Sight, MAFS, what's going on with MAFS. It was on current affairs shows. It was on the news. It was on everywhere. All the advertisements, everyone on Facebook is doing MAFS. MAFS was everywhere. So if it's everywhere I look, that means it's having an influence. That means it's being influential because of the fact that everybody was talking about it. That's influence. So that's shaping people. So when we're influencing people, we are forming and shaping them, their values and their attitudes. When we allow ourselves to be exposed to all of this, we are subconsciously being manipulated. Whether we know it or not, or whether we want to own it or not, it has to be having an effect. And apparently we don't even see it coming. We're not even noticing it. So, yeah, I did go and watch some of it because I wanted to go and see what all this was about and see what is influencing and shaping people so that I could have an opinion on it. But I've got to say, what is the benefit of a program like this? Has anyone actually asked that question? What is the benefit to society in any way of having a program like this? So it's Married at First Sight. Apparently it's like some relationship experiment. So is this a guide to good relationship practice? Well, if anyone's watched it, I mean, I doubt it. Seriously, please. Is this regarded, and am I being all uptight, and it's regarded as purely entertainment? So is this where we've got to, people, that this is entertainment? We've got to a place where setting people up to be nasty to each other, to perform at their worst, to show the ugly side of human nature, to encourage a community on social media platforms to share their hatred for the people on the show, their contempt for the characters, which are real people under there somewhere because they go on apparently being real, but then some people are saying they're actors. So this is what we love for entertainment. Is that what we're saying? And this is what gets people attention. It gets everybody watching. It's what will make you famous, which is apparently what everyone wants. It's what will get you the ratings and the likes, because heaven forbid you are nice, normal and boring, because that won't get ratings, that won't get likes, and that won't get people talking. We want you to be nasty. What is the example we're setting for young people? Because I'm sure that there are young people watching this show. I'm sure that there are some parents sitting down with their children watching this show. So so what are we saying? That success, which is defined as fame these days, so famous means success, comes quickest when you are fake, you're nasty and you stir the pot. Never mind about all the hate you will attract from everybody else by being that nasty person on MAFS. They're the one that now, when I looked at the Facebook side, I looked at some of the comments said about these people, as long as they're following you on Insta or following you, it doesn't really matter what they're saying, because you know what they say, you know, any kind of publicity is good publicity because you're winning. Oh, we have got to ask ourselves every now and again. So as we keep sharing, watching and commenting on all this negative stuff and make it the best rating show on telly, they'll keep doing it. You know, this is what we'll see on our TVs all the time, is because, apparently we love this. Then the next day we all get up in society after having this crap on our TVs and after everyone being, you know, consumed by it and talking about it. The next day we all get up and get so surprised at how nasty our young girls can be to each other. Why are we surprised? Because that's exactly what we're parading around as being okay. So we get so surprised at bullying, which is exactly what we're seeing. All these people that post a nice meme on Facebook and the next thing they're writing some nasty post to one of the characters on MAFS or one of these people on MAFS because they don't like them because they're being nasty. So we be nasty back and we think that's okay. So we get so surprised at the bullying, the lack of self-image that young people have. We get so surprised at the lack of self-respect. We get so surprised when in the end, these people on this show realise that they in fact can't even cope with all the terrible comments that were directed their way via social media that they thought were okay because at least it made them famous. That on the way to getting that acting contract that happened as a result of being on this show, so they start going to bed at night because they realise they can't handle all those negative comments and it really does hurt. So they go to bed at night, start crying themselves to sleep behind closed doors, and then one day they realise that it wasn't all worth it, and maybe they make a more drastic decision because they get so emotionally sick And then they will do something, and then suddenly everybody will do posts of everybody should be kind, bullying's terrible, we shouldn't be doing that. And there'll be all those posts on Facebook. And then we get out the popcorn, we sit with our children. In some cases, we turn the TV on, we watch another top-rating reality show, and we start the process all over again. Because apparently TV that focuses on the worst of each other and seeing the worst of each other is good entertainment. So call me crazy, call me wild, but I don't get it. And I think that it's time for us to start asking the big questions and saying that why is it that our society is finding this kind of TV so popular? Why are we delighting in it? And just because something feels good for a minute, that there's some good feeling thing that you get out of that for a moment in watching this, it doesn't mean you need to keep consuming it. At some point, it is better to stop consuming the alcohol because you've had enough. And don't worry, I have trouble with this too. At some point, you need to put the chocolate down because you've consumed enough. So even though it's tasting good at the moment, doesn't mean it's really good for us. So I think we need a little more self-discipline in this area, and perhaps to challenge these networks on having these shows on our TV. And the best way to do that is to turn the bloody thing off. It's not good for us. Okay, getting off my soapbox right now. Thanks for listening. Would you like a little bit more sparkle? Then you're invited to download a free poster at juliecross.com.au.